Good morning, South Middle School. Today is Tuesday, October 6th. It is the 15th day of our school year. We have two birthday greetings this morning. Happy birthday to Leah Pendergast. Also to Daniele Venancio. Happy birthday. Please rise and recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now a moment of silence. Thank you very much. The morning is starting off rather chilly today. It is about 50 degrees, but it feels a little bit cooler than that. And as it warms up, it's really only going to get into the mid 60s. That being said, it is really no chance of rain today. It was kind of sprinkling off and on all day yesterday. So it's a good day to get outside and enjoy some of the crisper fall air. That's how it's kind of looking for the rest of this week, is that it's going to warm up a bit in the middle of the week and then start to get cool again. But I guess that's what we have come to expect in the autumn here in New England. We do have a hurricane that's looming, looking like it's going to strike the Gulf Coast, potentially in New Orleans. So that's something to watch, and just be thinking about the fact that our weather may be changing in the next week or so as the remnants of whatever hurricane comes by. And that kind of brings me to our quote of the day. I'd come across this anonymous quote right at the beginning of the school year. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. So I think this is worth thinking about, not only in light of the folks in New Orleans, who of course we hope that, although the storm is coming into their world, that there won't be too much destruction or disruption. But that being said, of course, we're all dealing with a major disruption with the pandemic. But just think about this, not all storms come just to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. So one thing I think we can all say is that the pandemic has certainly thrown off our routines. And so as the year goes on and we start to maybe return to a more normal lifestyle, I think it's worth thinking about what are the things that during the pandemic you have missed. What are the things that you're looking forward to having start up again? And those are things that, once the opportunities present themselves for that to be done safely, you want to jump into with your whole heart. Right? But at the same time, you also want to think about what are some of the habits or routines that you are glad haven't come back. The school year closed down last year in March, and then we kind of jumped back into it here in September. So thinking about how things were going last year, is there anything that you might reflect on and say, actually, I'm kind of glad that that's not happening this year, or that that's not going on this year, or that I don't find myself in the same situation again this year? These are the things that you should consider have been cleared from your path. And as the school year goes on, as life moves forward and the pandemic starts to become less of a disruption in our lives, let's think about the ways that we can keep some of those less positive influences out of our lives. Now that the habits have been broken and now that we're kind of out of some of our ruts, what are ways that we can structure ourselves to make sure that we don't fall back into some of those bad habits? If there's anything that you're glad isn't really part of your life now, it's worth thinking about ways that you can commit to keeping that the same way as we move forward. So think about that. The storms don't come to disrupt your life, they come to clear your path. This is a great time and a moment of relative quiet to think, what does a clear path look like for me? What path do I want for myself moving forward? All right? And with that, I would remind you to be good to yourself, take care of each other, and take care of your school.